Morning. On behalf of the silver hunters, Alan is in quarantine, but I've managed to get out. I'm a couple of hours north of him, and here in the wilderness, metal detecting a cellar hole. And I've just dug my first target, and another beautiful button. Shank is broken. This is 18th century. That rang as a 13 on the equinox. Well, I've just dug another target, and this one is a pewter button. This one rang up as a 15. This is again 18th century, mid to late 1700s. That's a third button at this site today. And we have just found our fourth button right here, about 4 inches down. Slightly bigger, it's about 1.25 inches across. Broken shank, tomback button, mid to late 1700s, my estimate, judging from the site as well. Nice. Now this site previously had given up an Irish halfpenny in beautiful condition, so I'm looking to find another coin here. We'll see how it goes. We've just found our fifth button, and this one is a small, very thin button, no shank. Again, colonial period, and it was quite deep. I'd say about 6 inches deep, and I'm detecting with that beautiful little small coil on the equinox. This one ran up as a 13. Well, I've got myself right here a button about 5-6 inches down. It's a beautiful pewter button. There's some kind of design on the front, I'm not quite sure. Outstanding thing about this one is the shank is intact. It's a beautiful molded 17th century button. That's lovely. All right, I wish Alan was here with me. He couldn't make it. Alan is exercising self-isolation in light of the fact that, considering the crisis that we're going through right now, I've decided to do a little bit of social distancing myself, and this is a great way to do it. I'm having a blast. That's, I think, button number 6. It rang up as a 13 on the equinox for the record. We've got to keep going. Well, I was just moving away from the site, from the cellar hole, and I was swinging my way downhill, and I found this beautiful buckle fragment, very ornate. Small buckle. That's a good 40 yards away from the cellar hole, downhill towards where they might have been farming. This is a beautiful little ornate piece. I can't wait to get this photographed for Alan. But it's right in there. And it is... Oh, I dropped it into the hole. It's very small. My battery's running out. I have to charge it up. There it is, beautiful little button, shank intact. Looks like a cuff button to me. It's got some gilt on it still. You can see that, shiny, very tiny, about 3/8, almost ½ inch across. I have to say that the most challenging thing today is isolating those little targets between the iron. This fell out with the plug. There it is. It's a beautiful old button, tomback button with the shank intact. Sorry about that loss of frame, but there it is. Lovely. Still looking for coins. Well, I've done it here at the barn side. Finally found a copper coin. It is in pretty rough shape, but the good news, it's smaller than a kg. I think it's an old farthing. It's really old. Definitely early to mid 18th century. I'm going to let you have a look at it. there it is. It is worn beyond recognition. There's so little detail there. I don't know if I'm ever going to recover that. I'm going to have to put it right away in moist dirt and make sure that it stays just the way it was for the last couple of 100 years until I get home and get it conditioned. All right. And by the way, thanks for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button. Alan and I and Ed will appreciate it. All right, we've got ourselves, I was excited because I thought it was a coin when I saw it in the ground, but it turns out it's a big dandy button with the shank intact. As you can see, that's a beauty right there. Gosh, I can barely see anything in the camera. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the shank is there. It's about 4 inches down. It rang up as a 17 on the Equinox, which is why I got so excited. Well, it's been a fantastic day, I must say. This is a wrap-up video. I'm still over the moon. I just got off the phone with Alan, who unfortunately was supposed to get out with me, but couldn't make it because of the thing going on. He's having to exercise self-isolation, self-quarantine, so to speak. So, I did a share of my own social distancing here, and some great metal detecting. I had on my list 2 sites at the very least, a third possible one. Turns out I never got to any of those because I had such a great time here. I've been to this site before, twice. And on one of those occasions, I managed a fantastic looking Irish halfpenny. So let me go over today's finds with you, okay? Bear with me. There might be some shadow on the items, but I'll try my best to get a good shot. So right here, we've got a button, a dandy button, another button, another button, which kind of gave me a bit of a heart attack. I thought that might have been a half real because it's so small. Another button, beautiful fragment of a buckle right there, very ornate. This right here is what I suspect might be a farthing. I'm going to have to investigate that further when I get home. One of the coins that I found actually near the cellar hole in an area I hadn't searched before. And here we go. The 2 real, which I actually have yet to get a date on. I think it's 1779, I think it might be. And an even earlier, this is a half real or a half pistarine. It's got the, let's see if I can get it into the light here. The shield on one side, and we've got the cross on the other. We'll see if we can get a date off that. It's been a really, really good day. I've never really, I mean, I've had good days, you know, a lot of copper coins and buttons, and maybe the odd piece of Spanish silver. On the phone earlier with Alan, there was a time when I think he called me the Spanish Silver Slayer. I never thought I'd actually attempt or get close to living up to that name, but today with these 2 pieces of Spanish silver, it's just fantastic. Don't forget to subscribe. To all of you people who right now are struggling with this virus, please stay safe. Do as they tell you. If you have to stay home, stay home. If you can get out like me and be alone in the woods, go right ahead. I've had a blast doing this. I've never had a day like this. actually. Such a great day. It's beyond words. Don't forget to subscribe, and best luck to you all. Thank you for watching.